Well, hello, show buddies, and welcome to the Ashway Pajou channel in the new space. We made it. We managed to pull off a minor miracle and actually get ourselves in here and mostly settled for Christmas. And I'll have lots of information to share about that, but that will be on a second channel. And I'll tell you a little bit more about that in a few minutes. Let's talk first, though, about what we're looking at for beach conditions between now and New Year's Day.
Look, there's one right there. Oh
my goodness.
Oh, two of them. Hi, guys. Look.
You see?
Look at that. Yeah, there's a sand dollar.
Look at those negative numbers. Oh my goodness, we're going to have a -1 foot at Pass-a-Grille on the 2nd. We have a really interesting weather setup coming right for New Year's, and I really wanted to take a few minutes and share what's going on weather-wise so that you can maximize your time when you get out on the beaches this holiday week between Christmas and New Year's. Gosh, it's been so long since I posted a video, I think I almost forgot how. Okay, so what you see here is our tide chart for the end of December and beginning of January. And you can... Really? Really? Right now you want to play? Right this minute? Really? Oh, buddy. As I was saying, this is our tide chart from the Tides app, and you can see the end of December here, where we don't have a huge tide swing, but we've got some negatives as opposed to what you saw up a little further there. But as we approach into January and right around New Year's, the tide swings are gonna get big. Look at those negative numbers. Oh my goodness, we're gonna have a -1 foot at Pass-a-Grille on the 2nd, almost a -1 foot on New Year's Day itself. Now what that actually means is that in the morning, see, you can see our time here is like 6 o'clock in the morning, we're gonna be well out from where the normal tide level is at. With that setup, usually that means there is some good shelling. But we also have something else to factor in here, and that's gonna be the winds. Now, right now, following Christmas, yes, there's some little minor negatives. We're heading to a bigger one as we head toward the full moon. But we're not going to get there for a couple more days. Once we're there, we're going to have some pretty good negative. But the weather is going to be a factor. And what that means is wind. Wind plus negative low tides like this usually mean fantastic shelling. So my weather app is going to show us here from today through the 4th of January. And let's just take a look at stuff right now. You can see we're going to be in the 70s for high and maybe the 60s, high 50s for lows and what have you. And the next couple of days aren't really anything spectacular wind-wise today or Saturday. Well, things are going to change and we're going to turn the corner here in a couple of days. Now, if you only look at WeatherBug on just the daily stuff, you won't see a lot of detail. But if you open it up into the hourly and take a closer look, that is when you're going to notice the story starts to change a little bit on an hourly basis. Now, I'm scrolling through Friday and Saturday here. The wind levels are pretty low, anywhere between 2 and 8 miles an hour. That's really just a little bit of a breeze, and that's not a lot of wind. But as we get further into the week after Monday, you're going to notice a bigger shift. And that is when the bigger tides are going to be hitting as well as the winds. Typically, that is a setup for some really, really good shelling conditions. Here we are scrolling into Monday, and you can see we go 9 miles an hour, 10 miles an hour, and things start picking up Monday into Tuesday. That's when our tide times are going to actually be the lowest as we approach New Year's Eve, New Year's Day, and the day after. And the wind picking up right before that. Here you can see on Tuesday, it's going to be windy, like 13, 14 mile an hour winds right before the sun comes up And as the sun comes up, there's 14 miles an hour on Tuesday morning. Generally speaking, the day that it's windy, yes, there will be shells, but the day after the wind calms down is even better. And the way this is laying out is that we're going to have some wind and a temperature shift and a temperature drop as the tide levels are getting even lower. That is usually our sweet spot. We get early morning, negative low tide, some wind to go with it, and the moon. So all of these factors should play together to make shelling from just before New Year's Eve till a couple of days after New Year's some pretty good shelling. And goodness gracious, it feels like I haven't been to the beach in I don't even know how long. We've been so consumed with the move and the renovation and all the stuff we've had going on, we've barely been to the beaches at all. So John and I have decided we are going to go for New Year's, either New Year's Eve day or New Year's Day, and go hit the beaches and see what we can find. And since we've moved so much closer to Pass-a-Grille, the gift that keeps on giving and my favorite whole place in the world to go shell, we're most likely going to be spending some time at Pass-a-Grille and Sunset Beach. And speaking of moving, if you'll remember, one of the last videos I posted was about our moving challenge to see whether or not we could get into the new place in time for Christmas. I shared some pictures on Facebook, and we did manage to get ourselves about 90% of the way moved. We got most of our stuff here, not quite all of it. We still got a long way to go on renovation, but we got enough done and the floors replaced so that we could actually spend Christmas here. So let's take a look at some of those photos I shared, and I'll just give you a little quick reminder of what things looked like when we started. Here's the dining room with that awesome little built-in alcove and hutch. Here it is now with the dining table and chairs in place. There's that cute little centerpiece that I whipped up for the table, and the little alcove. You can still see the cardboard boxes reflected. Here's the living room. Had this really heavy metal futon in it, and the craft room had that big ugly couch in it. Here is what that looks like now with our stuff and the little fireplace, the Christmas tree up, and now you can see into the back end of the craft room where that awful carpet and all that stuff is gone, been replaced with this great LVP planking and some work tables and some storage in there, which I'm not quite done organizing yet. And of course, we had a bunch of stuff that we had to get done to even make this even happen. But I did want to share these little photos and let you know that the process, all of the renovation and the things we were doing and getting little stuff fixed here and there, that's not really appropriate for a channel that's about shelling and beach stuff. So I've started a new channel, and it's called Beach Cottage Doublwide. As soon as I get some footage actually edited and ready to load, because, you know, I've been throttle all the way here nonstop now for over a month trying to get all this together. We are going to go ahead and share our process and our journey and updates and show you how everything all went, how we pulled this all off for Christmas, what we still have left to do, and share all that renovation stuff on this new channel called Beach Cottage Doublewide. So keep your eyes open for that. Go ahead and subscribe to that one, and you'll be able to see all of the cool stuff that we've already done, as well as the projects we still have to get. Because while we got an immense amount of work done, we're nowhere near complete on what this place needs to actually be updated and feel like a cute little cozy beach cottage. Now, in full disclosure, and to be completely honest, we weren't sure we could pull it off. We really weren't sure we could get in here for Christmas. There's an electrical issue that needs addressing. We had a ton to move, a lot of flooring to take care of, and a lot of other things. And John honestly didn't think we could do it, didn't think we could pull it off. But I found something here at this new place that was left behind, and it sort of just, I don't know, it was like a sign that we could make it happen. So I'm just going to pick this up and show you this. This was hanging on one of the walls in the room. And it's specifically the angel heralding the announcement, the shepherds, the wise men, and the nativity. And this was hanging on one of the walls in one of the rooms here at this house. And it said, "Today in the city of David, a Savior has been born to you. He is Christ the Lord." Luke 2:11. And I just, somehow this was a sign to me that we could do it, that we could make it. And it wasn't going to be easy. It was definitely not. It was definitely super hard. I'm still so physically exhausted, I can barely get around right now. But there was something about this that said to me, you can do this. So this is gonna get hung up in Mom's room, and this little piece of, basically like an epoxy resin plastic. It's not an expensive piece. But this little thing right here, this was what was driving me. This is what made me know in my heart that not only that this was the right place, but that we could do it by Christmas. So I'm going to be really happy to share all of that adventure with you guys coming in the very near future. Got a mountain of editing to do because I literally just got internet a few days ago. I mean, when I'm telling you I put the Christmas tree up 2 days before Christmas, I'm not kidding. We skinned it so tight. So tight to be able to make it happen. But we were able to make it happen, and we've got lots to share about that. And we've got lots of shelling adventures to still share too. I've got plenty of footage to edit, including a trip that we did manage to break away for one day and go to Keewaydin in the middle of all this chaos.
Look, there's one right there. Oh,
Oh my goodness.
look.
You see?
Look at that.
Woohoo!
Wental trap. Yeah, there's a sand dollar. How nice. Ooh, beautiful one too. Awesome. Oh, 2 of them. Hi, guys.
I have some great videos from meeting different folks from the channel who came out and showed with us, and we want to share all of that and lots more. I even have some cute, quick little decorating projects that I did, including this beautiful wreath and this gorgeous centerpiece. I tried to video getting those done, and the phone died on me, so I don't even know how much of that footage I have that I can share. But it was two easy to accomplish projects that you can do for your own home to give it that holiday vibe and that New Year's sparkle. Well, thank you so much for sticking in there with us, even though we haven't had a shelling video in a little while. I promise many more are coming along with all of our renovation adventures. Ooh, that's even going to include me learning how to run his big chop saw. I actually cut flooring on it.
You got? Oh, goody! I get to play the song. I was a little afraid of it at first, but I kind of like it.
Power, haha. For a girl who was pretty much strictly limited to a Dremel and lapidary equipment, that was a big step. So lots of that stuff, lots more shelling coming, and I just want to say thank you so much to everybody who's followed along and wondered about whether or not we were able to make it in for Christmas and what was going on with us, because I hadn't been posting an awful lot. I kept saying it was all good stuff, but it was an incredible amount of work and still lots more to go. We're going to be sharing the journey and the shelling and lots more cool crafting stuff, because now I have this beautiful new space to be able to do that in and share all these things with you guys. Thank you for subscribing, thank you for following along, and thank you for all the well wishes and the Merry Christmas wishes that we receive from everybody. It means more to us than we can say, and we truly and genuinely appreciate not only that, but appreciate how amazing and how incredibly nice and caring that everybody in the shelling community is. It's forged just so many friendships, it's opened so many doors, and it's introduced us to a lot of really awesome people. And I just want to thank you all for being a part of that and for joining along with the journey. We really appreciate that. And as always, if you want to have fun shelling adventures like finding Wental traps, sand dollars, and dolphins, then you know what you need to do. Get out there and go shelling. And we'll see you New Year's on the beach.